Please welcome Zaina Banji.
Last year was a really significant milestone in my grandmother's life because she actually turned 80. And we threw a huge party with a lot of family and friends, and it was a really memorable experience for all of us. But the highlight of her birthday party was the fact that she was able to travel virtually to the city that she grew up in, called Dar es Salaam in Tanzania in Africa. Through virtual reality, she was able to relive some of her childhood moments and see some of her favorite stores and the exact street that she grew up on. So this really shows the power of exponential technologies and how everyone is going to get impacted by them. There are so many new technologies that are really going to have a huge impact on our world in the next 5 to 10 years. Virtual reality, brain-computer interfaces, quantum computing, just to name a few. But one that I'm particularly really interested in is called artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the development of computer systems or programs to do natural human processes. And machine learning is a really big subfield of AI, which allows computers or programs to do natural human processes while learning from data. And we see machine learning being used almost every day, like when it comes to doing a Google search or ordering an Uber or looking at recommendations for movies on Netflix. And it's going to have a really huge impact on a lot of industries like agriculture, security, finance, and so much more. So I got really interested in this technology because of the huge impact that it's going to have, and I went extremely deep into it and learned as much as I possibly could about it. And some really amazing companies like Microsoft, Google, CIBC, and TD have been supporting me throughout my journey and guiding me to help me learn more about this technology and really go deep into it. So after I learned a lot about this technology, I realized that the true power and potential of AI comes when it gets connected with other exponential technologies. If we look at genetic engineering, that's a field right now that's mainly being dominated by this technology called CRISPR, which is a really fast and precise way of editing genes. So we can use machine learning to find specific targets and specific genes a lot faster than human researchers can. If you look at virtual reality, it's a completely computer-generated or virtual world, which means that your entire view is now digital or virtual. In the future, we're actually going to be living in shared VR worlds, and we can use AI and machine learning to customize each person's view of the world so that everyone has a personalized virtual world specifically customized for them. Quantum computing is a really cool way of speeding up computation, and when we combine machine learning and quantum computers, we get this field called quantum machine learning, and it takes the power of quantum computers to train machine learning algorithms with huge amounts of data. So when we combine this field, we get this really amazing thing that's able to solve some really complex problems and do really amazing things like simulate drugs. So as we can see, there's such a huge impact to be made when we combine AI with all these other exponential technologies. So within AI, there's this specific field that I'm really interested in called computer vision, which basically allows computers to extract meaning and understanding from images, which means allowing machines and computers to actually be able to see. So I've been working on this real-time object detection and classification algorithm, which means that in real time, this program is able to detect objects and actually understand what they are. And this image here was taken from a video. So the reason that real time is really important is because humans, we want things right now, right? We don't want to wait for even 5 minutes to get something done. So the fact that we've been able to do this is really amazing. And if we think about this on a much greater level, we can actually apply it to so many different industries. If we look at healthcare, right now, we can literally just take a picture of any part of our skin and actually be able to tell if it has some sort of skin disease or not. And different programs can take can actually recognize the difference between different kinds of skin diseases. And forget the picture, we can just take a video of our entire body and be able to tell if any part of our body actually has some type of disease. So with this, we could potentially just diagnose ourselves simply with just our phones. If we look at agriculture, we can use computer vision and drones to fly over plants and crops to be able to tell if certain plants need watering or if they've been trampled on or if they're ready for harvest or anything like that. And then we can get a robot to actually complete that process. So we could potentially make this process completely automated. There are a lot of examples of machine learning in real estate as well. We can use machine learning in a lot of consumer-facing applications, like for chatbots and matching people to properties. If you look at something that exists right now, Netflix actually gets 75% of their views based on the user's recommended section. So if we apply this to real estate and other industries as well, this could potentially transfer over. So if we look back at all of these technologies, it is really, really clear that over the next 5 to 10 years, pretty much every single industry will get impacted. And specifically with artificial intelligence, the reason that I'm really interested in it is because I know that it will disrupt every single industry over the next 5 to 10 years. And over the next little while, I'm really looking forward to making the future amazing with artificial intelligence. Thank you.
Dana, you're amazing.
Thank you.
I met you also about a year ago, and do you remember what I said to you?
Yeah, you said that you were really upset about something.
Why? Why was I upset?
There was some guy in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
I think, and you said that he interrupted you in the middle of your speech.
In the middle of my speech, that's right. And and do you remember what I told you about him?
Yeah, his hair was like yours, really
Just
nice.
like, exactly, yeah. I'm so not done with you yet, actually. Yeah. Just beginning, actually. You are amazing. Can you tell us how you became who you are, how you're here at 14 years old, what you're doing, your Knowledge Institute, all that?
Yeah, so I'm part of this program. It's called the Knowledge Society, and it's Canada's top human accelerator for high school students. And they teach us about different technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, brain-machine interfaces. And I got really interested in AI and started developing my skills to go really, really deep within it. And then I reached out to a bunch of companies like Microsoft, CIBC, TD, and I've been working with them to help solve some of their really big problems. So with Microsoft, I was working on their problem of scaling their AI school platform, which is this platform to learn for Canadians to learn about AI. With CIBC, I was working on a lot of their AI and machine learning problems, and I also developed an augmented reality app for them. So these are the kinds of things that I'm working on right now.
Wow. Unbelievable. Many of us are parents, and we are raising young children. If you were giving some advice to the parents here who are raising young daughters, what would you tell them to do?
My advice would be to really go into these technologies because it is really, really clear that our entire world and every single industry will be impacted by these technologies. So even by learning about them and going deep into one specific one or learning broadly about all of them will really be beneficial.
Wow. Where will we find you in 10 years?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about starting one of my own companies really, really soon. So probably something to do with that.
Wow. Is there anything any of the people in this room could do to help you, support you? Is there any cause?
I put
and
my
by that I mean David in particular, actually.
I put my website up on the slides. It's zainabanji.com, so you can check it out to see some of my projects and other presentations.
Thank you. Well, let's hear it for Zaina, and thank you very much. It's unbelievable. You're an incredible person.
Thank you
so very much. Thank you.